Hello, this is Eric, and I'm excited that you found your way to this presentation. Now, as you're soon going to discover, this is a no BS event. There's not going to be any hype, and I'm not going to make any outlandish claims that we can't back up with facts. What we're going to do today is simply show you what's paying myself and all of these people real money every single day. Many of them are making their very first money ever, thanks to this incredibly powerful, incredibly profitable, and incredibly simple system. Okay, so first let's talk about the number one reason why people fail to make any real money online. You see, a few years ago, a very famous copywriter named Gary Halbert once told me a story. Now, Gary's no longer with us, but he was by far one of the best and highest paid copywriters of all time. So when Gary spoke, I listened. And Gary said, "Once in a while, I give a class on copywriting and selling by mail. One of the questions I like to ask my students is, if you and I both owned a hamburger stand and we were in a contest to see who could sell the most hamburgers, what advantages would you most like to have on your side?" The answers would vary. Some people would say they'd like to have the advantage of having superior meat from which to make their hamburgers. Others would say they want sesame seed buns. Others would mention things like location. Someone ultimately would say they'd like to be able to offer the lowest prices, and so on. Gary said, after my students had finished telling me all the advantages that they'd like to have the most, I'd say to them, okay, I'll give you every single advantage you asked for. I, myself, only want one advantage. And if you'll give it to me, I'll whip the pants off of each and every one of you when it comes to selling burgers. Now they'd all look at Gary and say, what advantage do you want? And Gary said, the only advantage I want is a starving crowd. And folks, that's the number one reason that you're failing to make any money. You're missing the one biggest ingredient, a crowd of hungry opportunity seekers who want to buy what it is you're selling. Sales funnels are a dime a dozen. Everyone is offering you systems and replicated sites, but you and I both know you could have the best marketing system in the world, but it won't produce a dime if no one sees it. And that's where the big dogs in the industry have you beat, because they have a secret source of red-hot, hungry opportunity seekers with credit cards in hand looking to join their businesses. This is a secret source that's been used for years and years by some of the biggest names on the internet. You see, all they do when they join a new program is contact this source and turn on the traffic stream. That's why they always seem to zoom from zero to top of the leaderboards, making $50,000 to $100,000 in no time flat. They look like heroes, but really, it's not what they know, it's who they know that makes their success possible. It's not their skills, not their experience, not even their systems. It's all about being able to start a tidal wave of red-hot traffic with the push of a button. And with their secret source, they can do it anytime and get as much of this ready-to-buy traffic as they want. And this is the number one thing you're missing. The number one thing that 99% of the market is missing. This secret source of traffic. And without it, you'll always be left wondering why others are able to make it work, why you continue to struggle. The truth is, no matter how amazing your product is, no matter how great the sales system is, and no matter who your sponsor is, without that starving crowd, without red-hot opportunity traffic, you're lost before you even get started.